Have you ever felt like you're just not measuring up in life? Like no matter what you achieve or acquire, there's always something more to want, some other person's happiness to envy. If so, you're definitely not alone. So many of us get caught in the toxic cycle of constant dissatisfaction and greener grass syndrome. We look around and assume everybody else has it all figured out while we're the ones stuck with the short end of the stick. Our friends, family, colleagues, they all seem to have the perfect relationship, career, body, bank account, you name it. Meanwhile, we're over here wallowing in feelings of deficiency, convinced we just can't get it right no matter what we do. But here's the real truth. That gnawing sense of lack and limitation you can't seem to shake. It's not about your actual circumstances at all. It's about your mindset, pure and simple. More specifically, it all comes down to your energy and virtue. See, the reason you constantly feel like something essential is missing from your life is because of your own negativity, ungratefulness, and resistance to appreciating what you do have. You're so hyper-focused on what you don't have that you completely overlook and devalue your own blessings right in front of you. Constantly feeding into that scarcity mindset through negative self-talk and a complaining spirit is basically a vibe-killing force of darkness. It's trading enlightened thoughts for bloodsucker beliefs that leech all the joy out of your life and blind you from seeing the bounty all around. The more you dwell in lack, the more you'll manifest exactly that experience. You simply cannot exist in a perpetual state of never enough without attracting more lack and limitation into your sphere. Like a hungry ghost, you become what you relentlessly crave. Don't believe me? Let me illustrate with a powerful real-life example that drove this point home for me recently. A young woman wrote to me pouring out pages and pages of grievances about her miserable family, soul-sucking job, disappointing friends, the cruelty of society as a whole. She held absolutely nothing back in harshly judging and condemning the entire scope of her existence. When I gently asked her how she was feeling in that moment as she vented all that negativity, she got radically honest. Depressed, dark, hopeless, full of resentment and apathy, like nothing will ever get better no matter what I do, so what's the point? In that moment, it was clear as day that this woman was a textbook case of the law of attraction personified. She was so consumed by negativity, bitterness, and seeing the worst in everything that she'd become an energetic trash vortex, constantly calling in more of that matching muck. Her very lifestyle was a bright neon sign reading, "Negativity here," blaring out into the universe and attracting every dark cloud within a 1,000-mile radius. Of course her life was imploding. She was polluting and poisoning her own energetic well every single day. But here's the amazing plot twist. After taking some time in solitude to reflect on our conversation and do some deep soul searching, she had a profound realization. She got in touch again, absolutely glowing with gratitude and humility, to share what she'd discovered. When I isolated myself to prove my unhappiness was coming from outside sources, I realized the problem was me all along. Going inward showed me my external world was just a direct reflection of my internal world, my attitude, my vibration, my energetic frequency. No wonder my life was such a mess. I was a walking, talking, radiating negative energy source spewing toxicity into the universe. I finally understood that trying to heal the outside while my inside was that messed up would never work. The real change had to start within me. Can you imagine? What a powerful, life-changing epiphany. By taking full responsibility for her energy, instead of playing the victim, she reclaimed her power as a conscious creator. She stopped handing her personal power over to other people, situations and circumstances, and finally realized her influence was an inside job all along. This, my friends, is the truth we all need to intimately understand. Your life is a bright, shining mirror, reflecting your innermost vibrations back out into the material world. Your thoughts, feelings, words, intentions. These are like radio frequencies you're tuning into and calling forth matching experiences from the great cosmic field of potentiality. It's not about putting on a shiny, happy face and suppressing emotions. Real inner virtue and positive energy come from living with authenticity, acceptance, and a grateful, abundant mindset, even when times are tough. It's coming from a core place of life's not perfect, but it's mine, and I appreciate all of it, rather than a zoned-out delusion or pearlescent veneer covering inner rot. By staying grounded in what's good and counting your blessings instead of comparing and complaining, you become energetic prosperity. You become a fertile soil that effortlessly germinates and blooms beautiful experiences that match your vibration. On the flip side, constantly harboring feelings of anger, jealousy, fear, lack that cuts you off from your divine source of power. It makes you energetically toxic, unable to grow or even sustain positive life experiences. Think of someone with such a negative mental state trying to nurture a garden. Those beautiful, tender seedlings would immediately wither and die from the poisonous vibrations. That's why our ancestors wisely taught the importance of an elevated frequency and virtuous character. They knew the spiritual laws of energy attraction like the back of their hands. They understood that holding beautiful intentions was the secret to manifesting beautiful experiences on the material plane. You simply cannot bring abundance, joy, and meaning into your reality sphere from a place of spite and deficiency consciousness. If you're ready for a total game change and to start manifesting a wildly abundant and magnificent life beyond your craziest dreams, it all comes down to your virtue. Stop swimming in an energetic cesspool of scarcity and lack and start vibrating at the highest possible level of appreciation, generosity, and truth. Be vigilantly mindful of your thoughts, feelings, and the overall character you're broadcasting, because make no mistake, your virtue quotient is the golden key opening the doors to your heart's wildest desires. Every good deed, positive intention, and elevated emotion gets tallied in your karmic deposit box as seeds readying to sprout. But you have to put in the work of intentionally sowing those seeds before the harvest can be reaped. Wake up each day and commit to seeing the glass as overflowing, not half empty. Filter out the toxic lack narratives and replace them with empowering affirmations. My life is already incredibly blessed and rich. I have more than enough. I am divinely guided, supported, and surrounded by opportunity and abundance. Let those be the mantras carving new neural grooves of emotional prosperity. Yes, it requires persistent effort in the face of old habits and triggers that want to pull you back down into the dark. Your programming toward negativity and fear runs deep. But the more you catch yourself slipping and intentionally pivot back to virtue and brightness, the more those become your base operating system. You'll see seemingly miraculous shifts when you put this into practice. More ease, more joy, more beauty, more flow. The works. After all, the universe is endlessly abundant. There's enough for all to experience heaven on earth. It's just a matter of you doing the inner work to attune your frequency to that abundance vibe so you can finally allow it in. So let this be your wake-up call. Stop letting lack delude and limit you, and fully embrace the abundance waiting for you in every single moment. Your life doesn't have to be perfect in order to be incredibly blessed. That utopian idealization will always leave you disappointed. Simply train yourself to appreciate the richness and fullness of wherever you are right now. The grass isn't greener on the other side. It's greenest wherever you set your grateful roots and start watering the garden within. So go ahead, my friends, quit envying others' blooms and start sowing the seeds of your own stunning, fragrant virtues. An infinite harvest of beauty and prosperity awaits. Until next time.